introduce you to our webinar platform, Livestream. In the bottom right corner of your screen, you will see a chat option. Use it for general comments and communication. Go ahead, say hello, where you are joining us from. Maybe you will see someone's name you have met before. Next to the chat, there's a questions tab. I encourage you to post your questions throughout the presentation. You can also see and upvote questions posted by other participants. We will address these questions toward the end of the webinar. During the webinar as well, our colleagues from customer support, design, and engineering team will try to answer some of your questions. And don't worry if you don't get to your question, we will follow up and will also post the answer to your questions in our community page within a few days. Now we have almost 500 participants joining and all across the globes. We have people from Portugal, Ireland, Brazil, US. Oh, wow. Hello, hello, hello. So let's get started. I'm joined by Evelyn Kivioza, Senior Product Manager at Pipedrive, and we are both very, very excited about our today's agenda. So let's get started. This webinar will be recorded, and everyone who have registered will get a recording after the webinar via email. I will kick off things with a short introduction to Pipedrive and then share how we are evolving and reimagining our CRM with AI. Then I will pass it over to Evelyn, who will give an overview of insights, followed by highlight of today's webinar, AI report creation and its demo. Afterwards, we will also share some of the latest improvements and roadmap for insights. And then we will open the session for Q&A. For those of you new to Pipedrive, here's a quick overview. Pipedrive was founded in 2010 by 5 Estonians, and by 2020, Pipedrive became a unicorn company. We have more than or close to 800 employees representing over 50 nationalities. But most importantly, we serve over 107K SMBs globally, providing a simple yet effective solution for their sales need. Our users and industry experts have recognized Pipedrive as a top-rated sales CRM. Now, I've spoken about Pipedrive. Let's move to a next agenda. And I'm very excited to share with you where our product strategy is headed and how we are reimagining CRM experience. Over the past years, we learned a lot about our customer, gained deep insights into their pain points and challenges. A major challenge we have identified is that salespersons spend more than 50% of their time on non-selling activities, which is not so good. Instead of focusing on meeting customer, building customer relationship, and working on closing deals, they spend more time on administrative tasks, updating records, and managing sales documents. And knowing that, Pipedrive wanted to understand how we can give our users their time back, maybe with the help of technology. While we were speaking to our customers, we also learned that our customers and sales team are already increasingly using AI in their work. We saw that the adoption of AI have increased tremendously. It was just about 5% in 2023, and today we have 37 and more percentage of users using AI. And not just that, more than 40% of the customers are planning to use AI in near future as well. With these insights and potential opportunity, now we are evolving our product strategy and moving towards creating a new future for Pipedrive, where we are calling it developing the CRM that will work for you. What does that mean? Basically, it means that we are moving towards creating AI agents and agentic experience across Pipedrive. AI agents are kind of digital teammates that will work alongside with the sales team and will take away all the manual tasks across the sales cycle, giving you time back as well as potentially improving productivity. Like imagine if you're traveling to work and want to know what deals that your team won last week. You can simply ask the agent and you will get a quick overview in seconds. Isn't that will be fun? I think so. And our new AI reporting feature that we're gonna demo today is a potential step in that direction. We already have 2 AI agents currently in beta, and it will be rolled out to more customers in coming months. So stay tuned. If you want to learn more about it, please visit our website to learn more and maybe join the waitlist as well. We are super, super excited about this journey. Now, to talk about Insights and our new AI powered feature within Insights, I will hand over the mic to Evelyn.
Yeah, hello. First of all, so nice to see so many people who are interested of insights and especially AI. I'm Evelyn, as Paraksha mentioned. I'm a senior product manager in Pipedrive, and I do work in insights, which means that with the reporting feature. But before we move on to see what we created on related to the AI and insights, let's have a quick overview of insights overall, because I don't know how many people we have in here who don't have any connections with insights. So let's do a quick overview of insights as well. So firstly, why do we even have this kind of feature in Pipedrive as insights, or let's call it also reporting? Firstly, since you have so much data about your sales and like how people are performing and so many deals and activities that you create, then it makes sense that you need some kind of place to review and get an overview. How are you doing? Compare it with months, previous years, and everything. So of course, the history of insights is that we created this kind of feature to have a good overview, to have it for yourself, to share it with your team, or maybe even with your managers. Secondly, of course, it's very, very needed to have some kind of forecasting as well, because it's good to know like how you have been doing or how your team have been performing in the past. But it's good to know like how it might impact to the future. So based on that, maybe you can already do something differently. And thirdly, in my mind, which is even most important thing, so it's good to have some kind of data reflection, of course. But what's even more important is that what should I do differently based on that? So like our vision is that we want to provide you some kind of data reflection that would help you to understand how can we manage and improve your team or your own performances. So that's the overall background. And some numbers as well. Currently, almost half of the customer base is already using Insights at least once a month. But let's hope maybe you can spread the good word and let's hope that we can have even more people start using it. Also, fun fact, 15,000 reports are created monthly by Pipedrive users, so that's quite awesome, I think. And from the user perspective, most of our customer base are on advanced or even higher plans, which kind of makes sense. And I think why it's important to use Insights, because we do see correlation between customers who are using Insights and their won deals. So basically, if you do use Insights and you do some kind of reflection and think how to change your or team behavior, and based on that, you can also improve your performance and have more won deals. So it is very beneficial to use Insights in that sense. Since we might have new joiners as well, quickly going through how to read this page, because the feature is quite packed. We have quite many things in here. Maybe if you're even a current user, perhaps you can see something that you haven't noticed before. So let's start reviewing this page on left and top. So there is this small icon where you can see where basically next to the create button. And if you click on that, then we have quite many learning materials, either videos or we can direct you the knowledge base. So if you are like a new user or just want to review that, okay, maybe I have some questions about visibilities and permissions, feel free to click there and we are directing you to the right place. Then on the navigation bar there, we have three bigger topics. We have dashboards, we have goals, and we have reports. So dashboards, this is a combination of different kind of reports. So if you want to have a good level overview of different kind of metrics, like want to see activities and performance all in one place, then dashboard is the one for you. Then second section is for goals. You can have different goals for active and past, also very good. have an overview how you're progressing towards what you wanted to get progress towards to. And thirdly, all those reports separately as well. And anyway, if you click on the reports from the navigation or from this dashboard view, we will open up a separate page and show you a more detailed view as well. Still keeping on this page, on the right side corner, we have different kind of filters that you can use to filter out the dashboard view, either by period or user. And also under the three dots, we have many options what you can do with this dashboard. You can share it. You can share it either as a link or with the existing Pipedrive user. You can download it as a report separately. So many options from there as well. Now, very interesting part, of course. We do have kind of like presets of reports that should help you to create the reports. Of course, we have the whole AI topic today now as well. But if you just want to scroll around and maybe you have used in this view, then we have two places where you can either start a new report or add a new goal. And there we have those kind of like pre-selections made based on the most common and needed report types. Let's say you want to see some kind of deal report. You think, okay, what kind of deal report should I need? Then we have those helper texts as well. Okay, I want to see a deal report about win and lost deals. Okay, I will choose a performance report. The same thing applies to the goal. So basically, these are helpers for all of you guys to start off of building a report. And now the report itself as well. So previously from dashboard view, you could see the overview and visuals. But if you're already in the report view, then there's so many things that you can actually do with this report. So the first section over up there, this is the filter part. So you can add multiple filters there, either by dates or like, hey, I want to filter out only based on the one statuses. So based on those filters, we actually generate this visual part. Then when we look at the visual part, then on the left side corner, we have those different choices of graphs. So do you want a scorecard? Do you want a pie chart? Whatever you want to see, we are offering there, so you can visualize it based on your needs. And then next to the left side of the visual builder as well, we have this thing called measure by. So based on that, you can filter out like how do you want to see the results, either like, hey, I want to see based on the deal value or even deal number. So you can select what makes sense. Then down from the visual builder, you have this like view, like how do you want to view it by? Currently, we have the monthly view. Maybe you want to see quarterly, yearly, weekly, whatever makes sense in your case. And then on the right side up there, we have the segment by. So, hey, I want to see it segmented by open and won deals. Maybe I want to see also based on the lost deals. So as you can see, there are so many different options how to build up this report from the data filtering perspective, and also how can you see it visually. Also, maybe it's important to mention, because maybe not everybody knows that under this right button in there, you can also choose like how many columns you want to see, and also you can modify the colors. So maybe, I don't know, green and blue are not the best ones, so maybe you want to modify those. And the last but not least, the part that we have below there, this is basically for you guys to be able to check the data. Like, does it all make sense? You can just make sure that everything that should be in the report is actually covered. And you can use this table view down there for that. So that was the intro. So that was the part how insights have been working so far. As we kind of like all understand, there are many things that you kind of have to know how to use it before you even start using it, because it can be quite a complex feature. So hence, we created this AI report creation. But just about the problem and why we even built this slightly more. So firstly, 67% of our current customers, they don't have a previous CRM experience. And why it's important? It's important because those people from like reporting or insights perspective, quite often they don't have much experience related to that as well. So they don't even know like, hey, where should I start? Like, I know that I need some kind of reporting or overview, but like, I don't know, like where to start, like what to do. And when they come to insights, then we did see that it's quite hard for them to start setting it up. Then over half of the customer base is struggling to identify patterns and success to find like what to do differently. And insights is of course a perfect tool for that, because currently, like when you see the results that are visualized, then it's so much easier to understand the overview of the data. And the last but not definitely least, and I think even the most important part for us was the like voice of customer. So what you guys are actually giving us as a feedback. So 62% of our customer base who are giving feedback to about the insights, you were telling that, hey, it's really hard to set it up. So finally, we like actually heard it and tried to think that, okay, if the issue is about like it's hard to set it up, then what should we actually do? And then the idea of AI report creation was built or done. So why did we think that the AI could help? Was because it seemed like it's much easier to start building up a report if you can just write, hey, I want this kind of report, and you don't have to like find some like pre-created report that might match your type and then filter out some extra things there. So that was something that we really wanted to bring to you to make sure that it would ease up a lot of setting up report. So how it mainly work? First of all, you can use your own language to just write something. We call it as a prompt. You can write your own prompt, and based on that, we will generate the report. Or if you don't even know like where to start or what to analyze, then you can always use some of the like recommended or suggested prompt that we have also given you guys. And based on that, you can like just generate a report. And yeah, the main point was that you guys can save time and make data-driven decisions much more easier. But let's actually see how it all works. So we have two places where you can start, either under a create button or under a generate report. This is the model. You can enter your own wording or use a selection of pre-recommended prompts in here. And when you click, then of course it takes some time to analyze the prompt. AI is not still like working with a second, so it does take some time to analyze. But boom, you have the answer already. So let's say that you wanted to see how many deals have been created this year, then we actually create this kind of report. You can also use the follow-up format in here. So you can always write that, hey, show me how many deals have been, let's see what I wrote there, have been created this year. So let's see what happens by deal value. So you wanted to change the measure by in here. It also takes always time to collect data and to reanalyze it. And now we wanted to show it based on the deal value as you wrote there. So always keep in mind that if the first report wasn't the one that you actually wanted, then just make sure that you can write the follow-up and modify or tweak the report in a way that you want. You can always save the report, you can always cancel the report, whatever makes sense in your case. So now we have a nice report. Let's try something else. So let's try some recommended prompt. You just select the prompt, we analyze again. It does take some time. More data you have in, probably more time it takes. And based on that, we generate the report. And in here, if you start using some options outside of that, like the chat format that we have in here, so you want to modify something in here, in this case view by, then you will go into manual flow. So as you saw, we lost the chat format in the navigation part, and you can just edit everything manually. And then we have a question that, hey, why didn't you save? We hope that you just didn't save the report because you actually got the answer. But hey, if you actually didn't get the answer, then just like answer us so we understand like maybe something didn't work. There is this more suggestions button there as well. So there are multiple options that you can choose from if you don't have your own prompt, or if you do, make sure that you can always write it there. It does work in like different languages. So based on different language, like how used it is, the level of the like the quality of the report can also depend on that. But yeah, you can make sure that you can try different versions. So as I already mentioned, if you didn't find the answer right away, you can either use a follow-up prompt in here, or you will just exit the AI flow and start editing something manually in the report that was created. So both options are fine, whatever works best for you. And if you do write the follow-up prompt, then as you can see in here as well on the navigation part, that we do reflect you back, like what did we do? So perhaps it helps you to understand better, like how it was created. And yeah, in here we just show that you can always leave the feedback. It really does help us a lot to understand better. Does it work for you guys, or it doesn't work for you guys? And yeah, make sure that you can save the report if it is needed for you in the future as well. So that's that with the demo. Yeah, make sure that you can ask all the questions either now in chat or in the Q&A format. But yeah, that's something that we actually created. So moving forward. So as I mentioned, we did see that many of our customers were struggling with the setup. So that was the main thing that we tried to target. So the first thing that I really, really hope, and like the whole team hopes, that it does make the report generation so much more easier to use. Of course, since I already mentioned as well that the insights is for you guys to improve your decision making, and there is a connection with insight usage and won deals. So let's hope that more customers start using the AI report generation. Let's hope that we actually improve you guys in there as well. And what we do like about the feature, and I hope that you guys also like, that you don't need any previous experience either in like data analysis or similar tools. It should be super simple. Like you will just write what you want. If you didn't get like right away what you wanted, you just use follow-ups, or you will just modifying manually. And of course, we do hope that actually it will save some time, because we do understand it can be quite complex to start using insights. So we have gathered some feedback as well, what you guys have said. Thank you. We do have feedback which is not always positive as well. Keep writing that as well. It's really, really needed for us to make sure that we can improve the product. But I really like that customers that you're mentioning that it does help you save your time, that it is easy to use and it's impressive, and it helps you. So thank you all for that. And make sure if you don't like something, then you also leave us a feedback. Keep in mind that we do have some limitations as well. It's not perfect yet. We do work continuously to improve it as well. So firstly, what is the main limitation? It can only create reports. So as I showed, we do have like dashboards and goals view in Insights as well, but it can't create dashboards or it can't create any goals. So currently it can only create reports. Then secondly, second limitation, all product limitations that we have in the usual insights, we have in AI as well. For instance, you can't generate 2 reports at one time, or you can't generate a report where we don't have data in, for instance, for projects. So that's the same limitation for AI as well. Thirdly, what we will work on and we will keep improving, we don't support custom fields in AI generated reports. So you can use it in manual reports, but you can't use it for AI reports yet, at least. And as I showed that we have actually many options to visualize your data, different kind of tables, scorecards, charts, etc. Currently, we can use only one, and like pie charts, bar charts, all those, they are not automatically generated by AI flow. But if you go to the manual flow, then you can actually change the visual builder and can choose whatever kind of format you like. So there are some limitations, but yeah, we will keep working on them. So what are our potential improvement plans for this year to keep working and improving our AI? So the first quarter is almost ending. What we will do in next quarter, so second quarter, we will work on quality improvements. So we do see and like hear from you guys as well that we always don't generate the reports that you want. There are multiple reasons for that. So we try to tackle the biggest ones and hope that after we will work on that, then after the Q2, we actually have improved the quality a lot. We also want to add the custom fields that I mentioned is currently under limitation. And the second part of the year, we want to keep working on like even going bigger with AI. Like we want to connect the AI report generation with other agents that Paroksha mentioned, that in Pipedrive we work on overall. And we want to start working on some extra analytical parts of AI. Either is it like summarizing or reflecting some answers, like whatever the feature is. We do have a poll for that later on as well, like what do you think it should be about? So that's something we definitely want to work on in the second part of the year. It's really good that we have the insights and we have the AI report generation, but last year was quite busy as well. Let's go over just like minor updates that are not actually that minor that were done last year, but you just make sure that everybody knows about those. So feel free to use those features as well. So one of the improvements that were done, we added the cross-entity ability to insights, which means that after this release, and now it's like fully available for everybody, you can filter out different kind of data together. So previously you couldn't see like deals and organizations and people together, but after the change, now you can actually see like, let's say I want to see deals that are created on like that year, organizations that are only connected to Estonia, and people who have like this tag like customer. So based on that, you can build like data reflection that you actually want. So I hope that it's really helpful. That was really highly requested feature. So feel free to use it if you haven't so far. And second big improvement area was related to the product and the product revenue reflections. So since there were quite many things that were updated in the product part as well, it made sense to do it in the insights. So if you have any subscription products, feel free to start adding them in your pipeline, and you can generate the reports based on that. So you can actually see like what kind of products were sold, like what time, etc. And of course, it's really important to see the forecast, and hence we added the ability to see the product revenue forecast in insights as well. So let's hope that that you can that if you didn't use and if you do need to use those, that you can actually start using those. Perhaps it's interesting for you guys to see the roadmap part as well in Insights. So I previously covered the AI part, but we do have some other things as mine as well. We don't only work on the AI related things. So first quarter was mainly about AI report generation, making sure that it's easier and faster to generate the report. Then the quarter which is coming up, we want to make sure that we will keep working on the quality of the AI, but also so far in insights we have mainly focused on the kind of like more like upper level view or like manager view, so you can get like very holistic view of how your team is doing. You can go into details as well, of course, but it is kind of like more used by like manager level. So we want to understand what is this kind of data reflection that salespeople themselves could use and view in their own like everyday workplace. So they wouldn't have to come to the insights, like build some like heavy reports, but what would be actually used for them. So that's something we are start like experimenting and see how can we be more helpful in that sense. And of course, we have some like technical things as well that we have to work. Then third quarter, we want to understand what could be this analytical insights, like what extra value we could give you guys. Is it like giving some kind of recommendation? Is it like spotting gaps? Whatever it is, we would like to work on that. And then the last part, of course, keep working on product enhancements as well. Because there are plenty of things that we can still improve in insights. And that's it from my side, and I'm handing over back to Paroksha.
Thank you, Aline. I hope it was helpful. Just a quick reminder, this feature is the AI report creation feature is available to all customer across all plan. So please, if you haven't used it yet, please start using it and give us your feedback. Before we move forward, I quickly want to highlight a few things on data security and privacy policies. We have been getting a few questions on it, so we wanted to quickly answer them upfront. With using AI, you will still be in full control of your data. You can control your input, obviously, and as well as the output generated across all our AI feature, not just with AI reporting. We also data privacy and security are also top priority. We are compliant with GDPR and other industry standard practices, as well as we only partner with trusted AI vendors who meet internationally recognized standards, and as well do not permit third parties to train their AI using customer data. Even though if you still have more questions on this, our team would be ready to answer any of them, so do contact us. Moving on, we also wanted to do a quick survey that you guys are here. We wanted to understand what else you would like to see in Insights Roadmap. So you will see a poll on the screen. Please share your input so we could keep track of them and work on it as we progress with our roadmap. I think a lot of inputs are coming in. Thank you so much. I can highlight a couple of them which are getting more votes. So summarizing reports, forecasting trends, giving recommendation on what to do work on next, I think, and predicting future numbers are some of the top areas that you would like us to work on. So thank you so much. We will keep that in mind. All right. Before we move to Q&A, a quick highlight. If you want to look at our 2025 product roadmap, you can visit to the link which will be shared on the screen. Have a look. If you have any feedback, input, it's always welcome, and we are always listening to you as we evolve our product roadmap. And now, moving to the Q&A section. So we already have, I think, few questions in a lot of questions in the poll. But if you haven't asked your question yet, feel free to add yours, and we will try to answer them. Let me first go to the first question, which got the most upvote. So let's put that on the screen. Are you planning to use Insight closer to real business intelligence tool, letting us decide what data we want to cross-check and analyze, including our custom fields? I think it's a question for Evelyn.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. We want to keep improving insights and like start working more related to AI and make sure that it would be like more advanced for you guys as well, not only like data reflection. That's why, yeah, we keep working on that. And I mentioned that we work in next quarters as well. And yeah, of course, to make it more valuable for you guys, we have to cover the limitations that we have currently. Yeah, like I mentioned, we don't have custom fields covered. So that's something we want to improve as well. So definitely, that was a very good point.
Thank you. Moving to the next question. Is it possible and AI agents will read email and fill out data fields in Pipedrive? Uh,
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's not really directed to me. We have a separate product manager who is working with email area and as well. But I do know that they have very many options with emails and AI. So like you can kind of like pre-fill the email and even like write some kind of replies for the emails and yeah, that's something that they keep working on as well.
nice. A quick reminder, you can also see a feedback form regarding the webinar. I would really encourage you to share your feedback so that in the future webinars we can be more specific to your needs as well. So please do try to share your input on that as well. Moving on to the next question. Is there a plan to create more flexible insights? What plans are there to increase the flexibility of insights? Example, year-over-year reporting or reporting based on custom fields.
Yeah, so we do have many plans, and we do see that you guys are requesting many things to make like insights even more like granular level. And currently, our Q4 especially directed to this. The minor improvements that we can do, we can like always like the small things we are doing constantly. But yeah, the biggest things we want to tackle, we will take in this year in Q4. So feel free to always leave feedback. What are those things that you see the most value? So the more we like hear you guys, the better it is to prioritize for us. And for custom fields, actually starting from professional plan, you already can report based on the custom fields as well. So that's something which we already are supporting.
Perfect. Okay. I think there are a couple of questions regarding custom feeds, which we already tried to mention that we're gonna work on it in Q2. Um, Next one. Why is there a report limit per person, not per company? Many companies users do not create or edit dashboards, and other user use edit create many often. It is frustrating to run out of the per person limit.
Yeah, I don't see the question anymore. But yeah, there's a different kind of logics how those limits are built. Yeah, for many cases, some kind of limits are related to the business reasons to make sure that we do offer some value for you guys. But we also want to make sure that kind of it's kind of connected with costs, and based on that, we do see customers are upgrading their plans to start using those extra capabilities in next plans.
Okay, let me see. Uh, can you consider to resend the webinar in Spanish in the future? Okay, I think it's not a question, but input. I think good to know. Our team will have a look at it for sure, and if you're interested, we can have that.
You can use AI perhaps to translate everything that I spoke.
All right. Is there changes coming to support tracking revenue for commission sales people? A great example of this real estate commission, the deal value is the sales price of the property. The revenue is a percentage of sales price. Pipedrive does not do this currently.
Yeah, there are like this is something that needs several teams to support this kind of this kind of request. And yeah, we have heard this request before. It's not on the top priority list currently, but since it has been going over for many times, then that's something that we definitely will consider in some place, but not currently on top list.
Okay, thank you. One more. Hi there. I imagine many of us are still using MS Excel for reporting and forecasting. How is the AI handling Excel reports, formats, and being able to analyze, translate, and develops into your reporting?
Yeah, currently we don't have any integration directly. Like, how can we use like our AI and the Excel that you do? Do you currently use Excel? Has their own AI tool. I don't know. Is it like for limited? Limited, like I don't know, maybe you have to pay extra for this, but they have their own. But yeah, currently there is no connection with like our AI to generate something to use your Excel.
Okay. One more. Will you be integrating Claudia or ChatGPT and connecting it so we can work within the platform with it? I know many other platforms that are doing this, so wondering if it's on the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we do use OpenAI for actually generating those reports. So basically, what we have just done, we have limited when you start generating a report, we have limited it just for creating reports. So previously, you actually could like write different kind of questions, like, "Hey, create me a muffin recipe," or like, "Who is Johnny Depp?" or "What do you think about the weather?" You could ask those things, but yeah, we limit it. So we do use OpenAI for that. But like the whole agentic view that we have in Pipedrive is that more and more features are connected to AI overall. So not connected only with like OpenAI or like ChatGPT, but going more advanced as well. So using some kind of machine learning and algorithms to make sure that we can recommend you something also.
Yeah, thank you. Just to add on this, so we also have a couple of email-based feature on email summarization and email generation, which are powered by ChatGPT as well. And if you are on relevant plan, you can use them as well. Is the beta for AI agents open? So the beta for we have launched AI agents for very limited companies, and we are improving it. But you can go to the website and sign up for waitlist, and in meanwhile, or maybe in few months or sooner, you would have access to those agents as well. Let me see. Is there? No. I think some of them were already answered. But don't worry. I think we are very close to time. So if you haven't got answer to your question, we will be following up and sharing the answers in our community page in coming days. So please do check that out. With that, a huge thank you to Evelyn and the entire team behind the scene who made this webinar possible. And most importantly, thank you to all of you for joining us today. Take care and have a very good day.